Hi, my name is Leonard Munson, the Psychic Astrologer. My website is readings by leonardmunson.net. The weekly overview, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, from September the 25th to October the 2nd, 2025. We're going to talk about healing. And healing yourself also leads to the healing of all your ancestors who need to be healed from the generational curses and family trauma that they have went through. Aries, your solar sun is in the 7th house. The 7th house is Libra, balancing all partnerships and relationships out. The house of creativity, divine direction. The house of open enemies, spiritual blessings, diplomacy, diplomat. The house of decisions, indecisions, others in legal situation. Okay. The solar sun is in Libra, and its ruling planet is Venus. So everything is balancing out. You had to find the darkness in the light, and the light in the darkness. You had to go internally, Aries, to balance these things out. You was the one that your generation, your ancestors chose and gave you the strength to take the shackles off of your ankles and do the work to break the generational curses, family trauma, and bloodlines. Because of the negative ancestors who put this on all future generations, and you are in the future. These were hidden things that you didn't know anything about. You found this out because you were chosen to break it, Aries. The communication had to be balanced to find the middle ground. If you was not chosen to break these generational curses, then your family would have bloodline would continue into all this negativity. A vicious circle going around and around. You had to take your energy and brush through the anger, the disappointment, the grief, to break it. Not for yourself, because when you healed yourself, you're healing those ancestors who didn't have the strength to do it. That's why they chose you. So opportunity for expansion, growth, abundant blessings, wealth, karma and truth, it's going to open up. But they want you to pick the right one. They don't want you to use your emotions, because those emotions made things unfocused and got the family and the ancestors in this situation. The curse breakers are getting rid of the negative ancestors who created this. And this is what you did. You did the work. You broke the shackles off of yourself. Now, we have Saturn in Pisces, Uranus in Gemini, Neptune in Aries, Pluto in Aquarius, and Chiron in Aries retrograding. When a planet's retrograding, Aries is moving backwards, reviewing when it was going direct and what correction that you need to make. So some of you had an ancestor that was two-faced. There was a secret enemy, a man and a woman that was causing issues here. They didn't want these curses to be broken because they initiated by being negative. There were those who couldn't come to a consensus of what they want, up and down, that will brought them freedom, independence. Head in the clouds, rose-colored glasses, illusion, fantasies, fear, doubt, deception, lies, brain fog. There's no more brain fog, deception. You went after what you need to do and broke it. Chiron in Aries, you're no longer the wounded warrior. Aries, you are a survivor. So stop playing the victim, get out of that scarcity mindset, and get into abundant mindset and a survivor. Leo, your solar sun is in the 3rd house. The 3rd house is Gemini. All forms of communication, transportation, all forms of technology, mechanical things, short distance travel and siblings, writing, publishing, speaking, investigation and research, and education and advertising. Leo, we have to balance stuff out now. You went inside internally and you saw inside the darkness when you found the light, and you saw inside the light when you found the darkness. You balanced this out. You healed yourself. You took the shackles off of you, Leo, and breaking the generational family curses and bloodline curses that was initiated by the negative ancestors. Okay? And you healed yourself by taking the shackles off of your ankles. You did the work, not just for healing you and the past ancestors, but the future generation. You're not using emotions anymore to make these decisions, because that's what your ancestors did. You are making decisions on intellectualizing. Okay? You're communicating with them so you can find where the balance needs to be and find the common ground. Okay? You're also going to break this curses and heal that has to do with love, finances, work, possession, luxury, and beauty. There might have been some beauty things done by these negative ancestors that brought this pun on. And Jupiter is going to expand, grow, abundance, blessing, karma, wealth, and the truth. But you got to pick the right opportunity. So they picked the right opportunity by bringing you, and you agree to break those generational curses, family curses, and bloodline curses. Now we have Saturn in Pisces, Uranus in Gemini, Neptune in Aries, and Pluto in Aquarius, and Chiron in Aries retrograding. When a planet is retrograding, Leo, it's moving back, it's reviewing when it was going direct to correct any mistakes that need to be corrected. So there was somebody in the negative part of the bloodline that was causing problems. It was a man and woman who brought this upon you 5 generations ago. They were secret enemies. There was some blood ancestors that couldn't make up their mind. They were playing both sides of the fence. They didn't really want freedom, independent. They was glad to be subjected to there. Neptune and Aries, fear, doubts, illusion, fantasy, not trusting your intuition, head in the clouds, rose-colored glasses, deception, lies, brain fog. No more of that. So you took the action. Pluto and Aquarius, this has been bothering your ancestors for quite a while, and they brought it to the surface when they put you in charge. Chiron and Aries, okay, stop being the wounded warrior, stop being the victim, get out of the scarcity mindset, and get into abundance and survival. Leo, the next sign is Sagittarius. Sag, your solar sun is in the 11th house, which is Aquarius, deal with hopes, wishes, friendship, groups, organization, and humanitarian efforts. Its ruling planet is Uranus, retrograde in Gemini. So we're going to talk about healing yourself and breaking generational family and bloodline curses. You are the one the ancestors put all their faith in. You're the black sheep to break these curses and to heal them. You're not using your emotions, but you know all this is being behind the scenes, and you had to break them. You're using your intelligence, because when you use your emotions, you become unfocused and make wrong mistakes. You're communicating with them, so they're pushing you to break it. You're taking the shackles off of your ankles to break these curses and heal yourself and heal the past ancestors and you. And get out of the negative ancestors who created this situation. Energy. Your energy is not hidden anymore. You are moving forward. You're going to move it. You're a warrior now. To move any obstacle, to break these generational curses, family traumas, and bloodlines that their ancestors couldn't do, and they knew you could do it. So we have Saturn in Pisces retrograde, Neptune in Aries, Uranus in Gemini, Pluto in Aquarius, and Chiron in Aries. There was an ancestor who was playing was playing both in the stick. They were sabotaging. It was a man and woman. There was also those who wouldn't make up their mind and playing both sides and like a seesaw going up and down. Those who had their head in the clouds, red colored glasses, illusion, fantasy, doubts, fear, brain fog, and doubts and deception, you had to take the action and remove it. Pluto and Aquarius has been bothering your ancestors, and so they picked you to do that. Chiron and Aries, not being the victim.